talk about some practical applications of what you can do to try to maintain your posture and keep a better spinal alignment and therefore improve the health of your spine. So here's a poor workstation and a good workstation. So pretty glaring differences right off the bat, right? So you look at monitor height. Do you work at a desk at home, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how's your ergonomic workstation? How's your setup?
I've been adjusting it.
Great.
So
hopefully it looks a lot like this now.
Well, not really. But
Not really?
Okay. It's gotten better.
So what you want to do is you want to raise that monitor up as close to eye level as possible. Okay? Here's the one take-home message I want you to remember. Forget everything else. Anytime your chin starts going towards your chest, you're in danger. Okay? Because what it does is it flattens my neck and it pushes my head forward, and it's going to increase all the stress on the muscles and joints in this area, and it's going to stretch that spinal cord, right? So those things are negative. I don't want to spend a lot of time here, right? So bringing the chin up and the head back is going to be important. The other one, which we'll get to here in 1 second, as these little arrows pop up, is curvature in the lower back. You want to maintain and support the lower back curvature through a good lumbar support. And that lumbar support needs to be here in the small of the back. You want it to kind of push in here above the belt line and support that curvature in there. Okay? Those are the two probably most important areas that people can do a lot about on their own that can have the largest impact positively or negatively on you if you're not aware of those things. Okay? So good lumbar support. So when I recommend a chair, I usually tell people you want something that has all the bells and whistles. You can adjust everything. You want to be able to adjust the armrests up and down. You want the seat to move up and down, and you want the back support to move up and down as well. Okay? Because your chair is not going to be the same for me, for her, for anybody else, right? Everybody's got their own unique position, and you need to be able to make that conform to your body as best as possible. So this is great. This is ideal, but guess what? Even if you spend 8 hours in the chair like this, you're still going to have problems because we just weren't designed to sit, and it's not great. So I want you to get up frequently, at least every 45 to 50 minutes. So no more than an hour, set a timer. A lot of people do that. They'll set a timer on their computer, right? You're engrossed in work, right? You can't get away. And I mean get up for 30 seconds. I mean stretch a little bit, move around, and then just sit back down. I'm not saying go out for a half an hour lunch break, you know? So, well, that might be nice. That'd be a good work day.
No, I have a cordless headset now with a little dial thing that I can get up. If I'm on a conference call, I'm finding myself, I'm walking through my house, doing circles while I'm on the conference call. So
that's perfect.
So it makes it, I got that about 2 months ago. So
if you have a job where you're sitting in front of a computer, you want to do everything you can to get up out of that thing and walk around and move. Okay, so that's fabulous. You have the cordless, you can get up and move around. That's awesome. When you're lifting, you also want to maintain that lower back curvature, right? You want that arc to stay in the back. Look at the model here, right? There's this natural arc and curve in here. You have to maintain that to take pressure off of those discs, okay? So when I lift, I always think about sticking my butt out, right? You want to bend from the hips and the knees, right? Because I can still bend from my knees, but ruin my back by doing that. Okay, you don't want that back to curl forward. You're putting pressure on the discs, and you're going to feel it more in these thigh muscles, but that's what they're designed to do. They're the largest muscles in the body. They're designed to carry those loads. So always carry weight close to your body. Bring it up with you. Try not to bring it out to the sides, anything like that. You see this guy? If I were a betting man, I'd say he would probably get back pain way before this guy here, because this guy's maintaining a neutral spine, right? And he's protecting his back, whereas this guy's just trying to get his work done. So this guy may be lazier, but he's going to have a better back in the long run. If you look at this woman, look at her lower back curve. It's almost textbook normal right here, right? But she's lifting a tremendous amount of weight. And this is the point I want to make, is that she can't lift that weight unless her spine is in that position. It's a position of strength and stability. Her spine is stable there when she has that arc in there. And if she doesn't, then she's going to hurt herself. So when you look at your activities of everyday life, you have to kind of figure out where, first of all, you got to determine what my problem is, right? So let's say my problem is like 85% of people in the world is I have too much forward head posture, right? So what am I doing every day that's creating this, and what can I do to correct that then, right? So whatever the problem is, if I have a shifting or a twisting in my torso, whatever the problem is, try to determine areas in your life where you're contributing to that. So sitting in the car, recreational activities, work activities, whatever the case may be, at home, power lounging. Do you ever do that? Read in bed or watch TV in bed like that?
Not like that.
Okay, great. Because that's horrid. Because look at her chin, right?
Mhm.
Chin towards chest, that's danger. You want to stay away from that. Chin towards chest, not good. And then this one here, she didn't pony up for that nice headless,
No.
or
Cordless.
headless. We don't want a headless thing. We want a cordless headset
Yeah.
so that she doesn't have to tilt her head. And we see it. I see people coming in, they're like this. And they're like, yeah, I don't know why my neck's hurting over here. I'm like, I don't know either. Let's check you out. So you have to be careful of these repetitive problems, right? And one of them is, I see a lot of people who travel a lot. So doing simple things while you're traveling can really reduce your risk of having, I see the person who's been on a business trip for 5 days and they come home and they're just a complete wreck. Well, what did you do to help yourself while you were gone? What? I didn't do anything. I had to go to work, right? Well, you can do simple things like stretch your piriformis and glute muscles and hip muscles while you're sitting on an airplane, for instance. But here's a pretty significant one is for that forward head posture. One of the best exercises for good posture is like a rowing exercise, where you're pinching the shoulder blades together, but not shrugging the shoulders. You're just kind of pinching things back and then the head comes back. And that's what he's demonstrating. He's in a hotel room and he's just propping up against a wall like this, leaning back, and then he's just using his arms to pinch the shoulder blades together and create that movement in there. So there's simple things you can do anywhere, just about anywhere. There's really no excuse when it comes to working on your posture and maintaining your health. So the big secret to taking care of your spine and your back is that it's just like anything else. Like, how often do you take care of your teeth?
Every day.
Yeah. How often should you take care of your spine?
Every day.
Pretty much every day. And I can honestly say I do something, at least one thing every day to take care of my spine. Whether it's a stretch, whether it's some exercise, whether it's doing some traction here in the office, whether it's getting a massage, those things are all proactive. So coming in the office can be beneficial for getting you over your problems and correcting issues, but there's a point in time where you're not going to be coming in here, and you still have to be doing stuff to take care of yourself. So when you're on your own, the basics are core strength, right? Working on those abdominal muscles, keep them strong, that helps keep the back stable. Exercising, period. Doesn't matter what, it could be walking, jogging, swimming, all that stuff. Just keep your spine moving, keep those joints mobile. And then watching your posture in whatever you're doing, whether it's work, ergonomics, with anything that you're doing, recreational or just lounging around the house, watching that posture and being aware of it. And then stretching and maintaining flexibility. And then all the other stuff you talk about in health, good diet, stay hydrated, and all that kind of stuff.